Hello and welcome, beautiful people. My name is Keelan, and we are here to have a gentle yoga practice. And I don't know where you are all right now, but it is hot where I live. We're in the middle of a heat wave with 95% humidity, and I am suffering. It is not, it is really hard to be peaceful and zen when every part of you feels like it's on fire. So, our class will be on like a cool down yoga practice. We're going to focus on poses that actually help to lower body temperature. And as I was just talking, I realized like, oh, this would also be a really good practice if you're starting to get a fever, right? It would like literally poses to lower your body temperature. And as always, if anything I'm guiding you into just doesn't feel right in your body, either because you're like, oh my gosh, Keelan, it's too hot to do that thing, I can't even, or it just doesn't feel in alignment with the needs of your body in this moment, then please, 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 like feel empowered to move your body in a way that feels good to you. Your practice doesn't have to look like my practice. That is the beauty of yoga. There's no right or wrong way to yoga, as long as you're being authentic to the needs of your like emotional, spiritual, and physical needs in every single moment. So with all that being said, come to a comfortable seated position, whatever that means for you. I am sitting on a block to lift my hips above my knees and to help me elongate through the spine. You could have a different seated position. You could be in a chair. Just find something that like brings some harmony to your body, cools it all down. Whatever that looks like to you, whatever that pose is, use an inhale to lift and lengthen, extending through the crown. And ask yourself, is your head over your heart? Is your heart over your center? That nice open line of energy where the spine is in a nice straight line. And use that next exhale to soften the shoulders down the back body, palms up. And begin to bring your awareness to your breath. In through the nose and out through the nose. When you're ready, you can allow the eyelids to soften or close and continue that intentional breath in through the nose, out through the nose, nice and slow here, slowing down that exhale until it's twice as long as the inhale. And as you're here, just begin to imagine that you're going for a walk on a nice, cool winter day. I feel like I could just sit in a snowbank right now in this tank top and t-shirt. Or tank top and shorts. Oh, my poor brain is melting. Just imagine you're surrounded by snow and the icicles. Perhaps it's snowing, or there's a cool wind blowing, cooling you off. Nice fluffy snow that you can plop right down into, maybe just lay into, almost imagining myself like melting the snow beneath me, just making my way all the way down to the earth because I'm so hot right now. And from here, let's layer on that ujjayi breath here, that ocean sounding breath. It's almost as if you were trying to see your breath on a cold day. Create that hissing sound on both the inhale and the exhale by slightly restricting the back of the throat. few more of these deep ujjayi breaths. Making sure to keep the muscles of the face softened, staying nice in alignment to the spine, extending tall through the crown of the head, and the shoulders softened down the back body. When you're ready, release that ujjayi. Belly, a hand to the heart. And just establish where you're starting your practice from. What's shifted since you sat on the mat? Are you feeling cooler with a little bit of meditation, a little bit of breath work? Perhaps more present and focused as you step out of that experience of just being hot and uncomfortable and into your own body. When you're ready, you can allow the eyelids to flutter on open. Bring one hand to the earth and inhale to lift the other hand up and overhead. And you're welcome to find some movement here or just sort of settle in. I'm kind of digging like the less is more vibe right now. Just really down to the basics, the fundamentals, rooting into this experience that I'm having with every breath, every moment. Feeling that opening and stretch from the hip bone all the way up into the armpit through that side body. Whether you're choosing to be stationary here or moving, pull that top shoulder back a little bit and lift the gaze up towards the sky. Breathing deep here. Inhale to come all the way through to center. Exhale to the other side, remembering that this is a safe space for sighs, moans, groans. It is all welcome here. It's all part of the journey, all part of your practice. Making sure to keep those muscles in the face softened, pulling that top shoulder back, opening up the heart space and breathing deep. Inhale to bring you all the way back through to center, and exhale to twist, looking out past the back shoulder. Once again, intentionally choosing. Are you going to be static? Or are you going to use each exhale to see if you can twist just a little bit more? Breathing deep into the nose and out through the nose. Always an option to layer on that ujjayi breath here. Inhale to come back through to center, and exhale to twist, looking out past the back shoulder. Breathing deep here. Keeping your awareness present by focusing on the breath. Imagining cool air coming in through the nose. And any excess heat exiting the nose. Inhale to come all the way back through to center. Keeping the hands on the knees here. Inhale, open up the heart space. Bring a curvature to the spine. Belly button comes forward. Gaze lifts towards the sky. And exhale to round, tuck that belly button up and in, chin to chest. Shoulders come forward. Inhale to open. Exhale to round. Creating a flow here that's led by your breath, using the totality of the inhale to open. And exhale, breathing out all that hot, unnecessary air. It's lingering in the body to round the spine, tuck the belly button in, chin to chest. 3 more cycles here. Last one here. Inhale to slowly rise back up to that nice flat back, that nice straight spine. If you're sitting on a prop, you can move that out of the way. And then bring the soles of the feet together, coming into butterfly pose here. So hands can come to the shins, or you can interlace the fingers to wrap around the toes. Inhale to lift and lengthen, extending through the spine. So that nice same open line of energy, just like when we were sitting straight up before, but you're just hinging from the hips. So it's that nice same flat back, but you're just hinging from the hips forward here so that you can reach to the toes. And then exhale, see if you can float those thighs closer to the ground here. Inhale to lift those knees up towards the ceiling, however far they want to go in their journey today. And exhale to lower them back towards the ground. A few more of these. Once again, inviting you to follow your own breath cycle here, letting that set your pace and be your guide. One more time, big breath in through the nose. And then exhale, bringing those thighs as close as they're going to come to the ground and pausing here. Taking a big deep breath in through the nose, and then exhale, hinge forward from the hips a little bit more, keeping that nice flat back. Remembering that the closer the feet are to the pelvis, the deeper the stretch is going to be. So I don't know if it's just because like I'm extra hot today, a little bit uncomfortable, but like I'm needing to slide my feet out. So if you're in a place where you're either A, really hot, or B, with a slight temperature, it's really a time to listen into the body because your needs are going to be different in this time and space. So hinging forward, keeping that nice flat back. For one more breath cycle here. Taking a big deep breath in. And then exhale, slide the hands forward here, round the spine. Totally different gesture with the back here. Gaze towards the earth or the feet. And if you want, you can sort of rock side to side. Deep in that stretch in the hips, or, that less is more vibe. Just finding a place to settle into and stay. Inhale to slowly roll back on up, and then rolling forward onto hands and knees. Tabletop position, knees under hips, hands under shoulders. If you want to, If you have any sensitivity in the wrists, you can make fists and stack fists under shoulders, or you come to a like nice big spread fingers like a starfish. Yogi's choice. And another nice option is to put a blanket under the knees just for a little extra cushion if you want a little extra something, something here. Tuck that belly button up and in here. And then from here, from this nice flat back tabletop position, inhale, drop the belly, open the heart, lift the gaze. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the belly button up and in, chin to chest. So just another variation of tabletop like we did seated before cat cow. This is our tabletop cat cow. Letting your breath guide you on both the inhale and the exhale. Breathing in that nice, cool, fresh air, and exhale to release any heat in the body. One more breath cycle here. And then inhale back to that nice flat back. Bring the knees to be the width edge of the mat. Bring the toes to touch. Melt the hips back and down, and then reach out towards the front of your mat, coming into a child's pose here. Going for this option with the knees wider so that you have a little bit more space and that so not so much body heat is concentrated in one space. Taking 4 breaths here to surrender into the support of the earth, imagining that you're drawing up that cool energy from Mother Earth beneath you. You have like that energy of digging your hands into the cool, dark earth, right? Like that's what we're calling up here. Deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. Inhale to slowly lift you back up to tabletop. Inhale, step the right foot all the way up and through between the hands. Curl the back toes under and step the left foot up to meet the right, coming into a forward fold. You can bend your knees if you need to come all the way to the earth. But allow yourself to hang here. Let the energy flow in a different direction in the body, breaking up any stagnation, any places where you might be holding tension, might be holding heat in the body. Big, deep breaths, remembering this is a safe space for sighs, moans, and groans. Let it all go. One more breath cycle here. And then inhale to slowly roll all the way up to a standing position. Nice and tall, coming into mountain pose here. So feet hip width distance apart, slight micro bend in the knees. So that point right before they lock. Thighs active and engaged, pulling towards each other. Tilt the pelvis slightly forward to help you lift and lengthen, standing tall through the crown of the head. Exhale to melt the shoulders down the back body, hands out at either side of you, standing tall in mountain pose. Pausing here for a few breath cycles, breathing in that nice cool air, welcoming it into the body, and exhale to release any heat that is lingering in the body, letting it go. Let's do 3 breaths here, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Really letting that heat go, releasing it, pulling up that cool energy from Mama Earth beneath you through the soles of your feet. One more of those breaths, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Beautiful. Inhale to bring those arms up overhead as if you're imagining holding a giant beach ball, just another variation of mountain pose. One of our poses for cooling it down the body. Breathing deep here. Feeling firmly rooted and connected through the feet, extending tall through the crown of the head. Inhale, bring the palms all the way to touching here. Interlace the fingers and extend the pointer finger, coming into steeple grip. Big breath in, standing tall, and exhale to come into crescent. Nice side stretch here. Breathing deep. Feel that opening in the side body. Breathe into the space that you're creating here with this side stretch. Inhale to come all the way back through to center. Exhale to the other side. Keeping those shoulders softened down the back body, checking in with the muscles of the face. Is the brow line furrowed? Is the jaw clenched? Is the tongue touching the top of the mouth? If you answered yes to any of these, then take a big deep breath in and soften the muscles of the face. Inhale to come back through to center. Exhale to dive all the way down to a forward fold. Pausing here once again, feeling this second forward fold in the body. Are the muscles softening? Is it easier to come into this forward fold this time? So you're stretching the muscles, intentionally moving the body with love and compassion. Linking the mind and the body with the breath. One more breath cycle here. And then inhale to slowly ragdoll your way to standing, letting the head be the last thing that comes upright, and then dropping right back into your mountain pose. Doing that whole same little flow again. Breathing deep here. Inhaling that nice cool breath in through the nose. And exhaling out of the mouth, all that heat lingering in the body. 2 more of those breaths. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Last one. Inhale to lift those arms up overhead, coming into this other variation of mountain. Of course, if this isn't like jiving for you, you're not loving it, then try bringing the hands to heart center. Breathing deep here. And then inhale, bring the palms together, interlace the fingers, extend the pointer fingers, and exhale, the hands go to one direction, the hips go the other. Breathing deep here. Inhale to bring you back through to center. And exhale to come to the other side. Inhale to come all the way back through to center. Exhale to dive all the way down to the toes. This time bringing the palms all the way down to the earth. So bending the knees, taking a step back with the left leg, drop the knee down. Take a step back with the right leg, drop the knee down. Bring the tops of the feet to the earth. And inhale to sit back on the feet. Hands to knees and just pausing for a few breaths here. In through the nose, out through the nose. Moving slowly and with intention. Regulating our body temperature to cool down. Inhale to really lift and lengthen, ascending tall through the crown. Connecting to the muscles in the abdomen here. Softening the shoulders down the back body. Inhale to lift the arms straight out in front of you. Exhale, make fists with the hands and bring the hands all the way back and behind, pressing into the low back here. Activate the glutes here. So, tighten up that tush. And then press into the palms, open the heart, lift the gaze, and lean back. Now, if you experience any pinching, numbness, tingling, then just come out of that a little bit. Breathing deep. Keeping that heart space open. And always an option to layer on that ujjayi breath, that ocean sounding breath. If you feel the temperature in the body rising, going back to that imagery of imagining yourself out in the snow. You're making a snow angel, or eating some snow, some fresh, fluffy snow. And you're never too old to catch a snowflake on your tongue. That's my personal belief. Inhale to make your way back up to center here. Bring those arms all the way back around. Bring a hand to the belly, a hand to the heart. Allow the eyelids to soften or close. And check in with yourself. Are you cooling down? Are you surrendering your heat? Are you calling up that cooling energy from Mother Earth beneath you? Inhale to open the eyelids, coming back to the space around you. And then lean forward onto the hands. Extend the legs straight out, back and behind you. Tops of the feet flat on the earth. And slowly lower yourself down to the ground here. Forehead, mouth, or chin to the mat. Hands under the shoulders and elbows tucked into the side body. On an inhale, press into the pelvis, the thighs, the shins, the tops of the feet, and gently press your way up into a cobra. Pausing here, finding something that you can sustain for a few breaths. Always an option to come out of the pose a little bit into a baby cobra. Gaze straight in front of you. Breathing deep here for 3 breaths. One more big breath in. And exhale to melt yourself down to the earth. One cheek to the mat and pause for a breath cycle here. Inhale, coming to the other side of the face on the other cheek and pausing for another breath cycle. And then inhale to press yourself all the way back up to tabletop here, coming and sitting on the tush, and then finding a wall. And we're going to come into legs up the wall. Another awesome pose for cooling down the body, literally lowering your body temperature. So, all right. And you want to come into this sideways. So pressing up all the way against the wall sideways. And then you sort of like twist and lay down at the same time. Oof. And that will get your tush as close as possible to the wall. And we're just gonna hang out for a few minutes here with the legs up the wall. They might start to feel tingly. This is like the one time in the yoga practice where I'm gonna say tingly is okay. We're not like pinching any nerves here. If it becomes painful or uncomfortable, yes, please, please, please. You can then bend the knees and see if that helps. And if it doesn't, then you can just come and lay on the mat, like in a Shavasana pose. But hopefully, the goal is that this should feel just like ultra yummy, super chill. Arms can be out at either side of you in a V shape, palms up. You could bring a hand to the belly and a hand to the heart, or you could come into cactus arms if you also want to open or add on like a stretch for the shoulders at the same time. And we're gonna hang here for like a full 2 minutes, just fully surrendering, feeling strong and supported by Mama Earth beneath you, keeping the muscles of the face softened. And breathing deep. Taking 4 more breaths here, in through the nose and out through the nose. And when you're ready, like if you're super digging this, like just do this for as long as you need to, right? If they're like, oh my gosh, this is it for me, then yeah, luxury in here. I highly recommend doing this every single day, actually. I think I do it just about every day. But if you're ready to come out, use an exhale to melt the feet down the wall. And then you can bring your body back to the mat on the back. And you can hug those knees into the chest and just gently rock side to side. Oh, yeah, that's the stuff. Mm. Mm. All right, when you're ready, bring those soles of the feet flat on the earth, palms flat on the earth also. And using an inhale, press into the feet, into the shoulders, into the arms, into the head, and begin to lift the hips up towards the sky. Now, if you have a block handy and you want to make this a restorative pose, you can place that block under the sits bones here and just surrender. Surrender to the support. Surrender to the heat. And return to that breath, that cooling breath of breathing in that nice cool air, letting it filter through the body, letting it do its work, and exhale back out of the body. A few more breaths here. If you're not using the block, hold on tight. You've got this. One more breath in through the nose and out through the nose. You can move that block on out of the way. Gently lower those hips towards the ground. Bring the feet to be the width edge of the mat and windshield wiper the legs side to side. Beautiful. Inhale, bring those knees back up to center. And then cross the right leg over the left thigh. We're going to come into a figure 4 here. So if this is like you're feeling this stretch already, then this is it. This is your practice for tonight. If you want to, you can put a hand on that thigh and press it a little bit farther out away from the body. See if that feels good to you. Or you can inhale, bring that left calf to be parallel with the earth, keeping that foot nice and active. Again, this could be your practice this evening or today, whenever you're doing this. You can interlace those fingers, wrap them around the back of the left thigh. Pausing here for a few deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. Breathing into those hips here, into the stretch. Inhale, take one more big deep breath here. And exhale to lower it all down to the earth. And unraveling that leg, and we'll come to the other side. So draping that left leg across the right thigh, choosing how you want to go into this posture, acknowledging that each side of the body is different. So just because you did it one way on the other side doesn't mean that's what's going to be in harmony and alignment on this side of the body. So if there be a little bit of inquiry, see what feels good for you, and decide how far you're going to come into this posture in this practice. Breathe deep, keep those shoulders softened and down towards the earth here. One more big breath in here. And exhale, bring that foot down towards the earth. Unravel those legs. Extend the right leg straight out here, keeping it nice and active. Press into the sole of the left foot and just shimmy the hips a few inches to the left. Take a big deep breath in through the nose, and on the exhale, bring that knee all the way over to the other side of the body for a twist, keeping those shoulders firmly rooted to the earth. And then either extending the arms straight out at shoulder height, side to side, or bending at the elbows here. Exhale to turn the head, looking over that shoulder and breathing deep here. Return to that vision of being out in the ice and snow. Snowflakes filtering down all around you. Releasing this idea that you're too hot or uncomfortable. Inhale to come all the way back to center, knee to center, gaze to center. Press into the sole of the left foot to realign those hips. And then extend the right leg straight out, bend that right knee. Press into the sole of that foot to bring those hips a few inches to the right, and use the power of that exhale to bring the knee over, crossing the midline and turning the gaze to look in the opposite direction of the knee. Big deep breaths here, making the most of this posture. By releasing the heat, releasing your ideas about the heat and what you can or can't do in it, and keeping that extended leg nice and active. Inhale to bring the gaze to center, the knee to center. Press into the sole of that foot to realign, coming back to center here. And then extending both legs straight out. Walk both feet over towards the bottom right corner of the mat. With the right hand, grab the left wrist and gently tug the torso towards the top right corner edge of the mat. And breathing deep here. Surrendering and softening everything with those exhales. Inhale to come back to center here. And exhale to come over to that other side, finding that side stretch on the opposite side of the body. Ooh. Inhale to come all the way back to center and preparing for Shavasana here. So anything you need to do to be more comfortable here, adding a layer, taking a layer off, putting a blanket underneath you for more cushion. If you're experiencing any cramping related to menstruation, you could put a pillow or folded blanket over the lower abdomen, creating a little bit of pressure like a hug. And let's take 3 breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. 2 more, in and out. In and out. From here, drifting into your Shavasana. Imagining that you're wrapped in an ice blanket as the body cools down and integrates your practice into the body. Begin to wiggle the fingers and toes here. Taking any final movements or stretches that would nourish you. Bring peace and harmony to your body and soul before rolling on to the right side. The transitory act between laying on the earth and coming to a comfortable seat. And also that when you lay on the right side of your body, you bring the organs into alignment. Can help with digestion, flow of energy. When you're ready, pressing into the palms to make your way towards a comfortable seated position here. And using any props that will help you feel more comfortable, more aligned. Inhaling to sit up nice and tall, bring the hands to heart center, and closing our practice with 3 ohms. Big deep breath in through the nose. My wish for you on this day and every day that follows is peace of body, peace of heart, and peace of mind. Namaste, my loves. Be well, be cool, go drink some water. Hope this practice has helped you beat the heat. And I'll see you next time.